down to Tennessee. I don't know if you can see the mess in the truck or not. Heading down to Tennessee right now. Gonna go on a hog hunt. Got us a lease down in Tennessee, and we can go down there hog hunting. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go down there and see if we can't score, make contact on a big old boar. Hey, I'll be honest with you. Doesn't have to be big. I wouldn't mind having I know it sounds terrible, but I wouldn't mind having about a 30, 40 pounder just to keep it one whole hog and have us a good hog roast here sometime real soon. But that's what we're doing today. So stick with us. We'll get it done. Probably stop off here at Longhorn and get a little something to eat. A little steak and lobster or baked potato. Can't beat that for hog hunting, can you? All right, folks. We have a motel down here at our lease, and this is my first time using them. Pretty amazing people. And here's why. I told her, I said, well, I don't really want to bring my weapons in, so I'm leaving them in the truck. And she goes, oh, you can bring them in. So there's a 357 and a 308. And I mean, what more could you ask for? Hospitality is great. It's called Bethel. Bethel, let me get the name in case you guys ever come to Monterey, Tennessee. You want to use the place because the courtesy is above and beyond. Yeah, Bethel Inn and Suites here in Monterey, Tennessee. They really, really super nice people. I got rained out today. Just got hammered, man. It's still raining. It's supposed to get 1 to 2 inches of rain, and I think we're gonna make that. But I'm going to maybe tomorrow we can get out there and get a successful hog hunt on film. But for right now, I have to go in there and take a shower and clean myself up a little bit. So stay tuned. So this is our severe storm warning. You see, got a little bit of wind kicking. Sorry, I've developed a cold magically. So, here in Monterey, Tennessee, on the hog hunt, this is how the show goes, folks. Nothing ever follows a script. Okay, folks, coming to you from the motel room. You'll have to excuse me, I've contracted a cold. It seems like every time I go hunting this year, I end up with a cold. Wanted to go through the equipment with you today. What we have here is a Savage Axis calibered in 308. Okay, and this is for the hog hunt. What I have is it's got the scope on it, but it also has an illuminator. The illuminator is for nighttime hunting. As you can see, you hit the button and it shows up. That's pretty cool. It shows up blue on video, but it's actually a really bright green. But that's chambered in 308. Again, we're hunting for hogs. Then what I have here is the sidearm we carry. because sometimes those little guys, you hit them, they run off into the brush, and you don't know what you're getting into when you go in to recover them. So you go in with this, and this is chambered 357 Magnum. This would be my first time hunting hogs with this. I used an AR-15 platform last time, so it was in 223, 5.56, 223 caliber. So I stepped it up to a little more power. We're going to see if we can't put some down. Hopefully that comes to fruition within the next day or two. Folks, down here in the mountains of Tennessee, I don't know if you can see them behind me or not, but what we're doing, I'm the only one here at our hunting lease at our camp, and we had 2.5 inches of rain last night. So what I'm doing is just coming down here to take a look at the place to see if it's flooded or anything like that, you know, or you don't want to get down here and get stuck, because I am by myself. So what I'm trying to do is safety first, you know what I mean? I'm gonna apologize for camera work, folks. For some reason, when I come down here to hunt, I have always come extremely unprepared. And let's, you know, I can make that a little bit of a focus of this video. And I think it'll just do that real quick. All right, folks. Let's talk about preparation for your hunts. I've been down here a few times to this. It's a new hunting lease for us. We got it so we could hunt wild hogs. I've come ill prepared every time, and I'm not really sure why I've done that. At home, when it's time to go deer hunting, I go to, you know, I get my clothes together. I make sure the scent's right. I make sure I have everything, you know. On this hunt here, I failed that. I don't know why I've done that. It's a little perplexing to me, especially since I'm down here in a place I don't know where I'm at, you know. Don't know the land. I don't know the lay of the land and things, so I should be more prepared than I am at home, where I know everything about it. But so that's going to be kind of a lesson, you know. Do make sure that you do your work, put your work in. And this time I came up, I had no knives. I have no knife. If I was to get a hog, I don't have a knife to process it, so I had to go and buy one. If you decide to do something like this, make sure you put your work in, just like you do at home, something you're familiar with, and be prepared. It's a little eerie to go down into the mountains down here, because I don't have any cell signal. I don't have any way of getting a hold of anybody, and I'm the only one here. So if my quad breaks down, I get stuck down there. If I get stuck in mud or something like that, I am in a pickle. And those are provisions you have to make. Now what I'll do is, before I go out tonight, I'll let my nephew know, hey, I'm going out, and if you don't hear from me by X amount of time, then send the troops. You just have things set up. Make sure you know what you're getting into. So I guess that's kind of a pro tip this week. All right, guys, I'm going to show you our setup down here, how we hunt. We're hunting feral hogs, and it is legal to hunt them over bait. This is in Tennessee. You set up a feeder, put some corn in it, and they come out and they feed it. I mean, it's a really simple setup. We just, like I say, they come out, and hopefully we'll get a shot tonight and take one home with us. You get to see the results of that. So stick around, folks. Let's see what we get into. Hey folks,
this is how we're going to end this show today. This is the end of the hog hunt. What we're going to do is, we didn't get a hog, okay? We hunted, man, we was in the stand for 10 hours at a time. Didn't see any movement. It was hunting over feeders. I think I showed you that last night. But I'm going to put this is going to be a video more about getting prepared, being prepared. So first and foremost, that is what you want to do. Be prepared for your hunt, okay? In preparation, I mean, have all of your equipment. You know, make sure your equipment's on target. Have all your equipment with you. Like I said, I didn't have a knife. I had to go buy one. But be vigilant on that. Be prepared equipment-wise. Secondly, be prepared in knowing your land, knowing the layout of the land, having plans put together in case you don't come back to camp like you're supposed to. It's preferred to hunt with a buddy. If you have a buddy, hunt with a buddy. And if you don't, like I say, make provisions that you have to call or be heard from by this certain time. And when if they're not heard by that time, then send someone out looking for you. Now, thirdly, when buying a lease, make sure you know what you're getting into, okay? This lease that we got into was fairly affordable. It was a really good deal. Couldn't pass it up, and I'm so glad I did it. Now, with that being said, there's added cost to your lease that you don't. I thought someone was coming in the door. There's added cost to your lease that you may not think of. In buying this lease, I got the lease, then I had to buy an ATV, then I had to buy a trailer for the ATV. Now you gotta have a place to sleep, which is gonna be either motel rooms or buying an RV camper or something like that. You know, all in all, total cost for this lease was about $5,000. $5,000 is okay. It's not bad for a hunting lease of 2,700 acres. But the thing about it is, I'm going into it blindly and not knowing what we're doing. So for $5,000, my point is, know what you're doing. Get in there and see everything there is to see about this lease. Learn everything there is to learn about the hunt, and just think about it before you do it. Something to think about. One of the most important things when you go on a hog hunt, you gotta stop at the Mecca. Bass Pro Shops, that's right. Not sponsored by them, not yet anyway. But you just never know what might happen.
you talking about? Creek Beaters TV? That's awesome.